Hey guys, welcome to another task episode. Now, I want to put this really short because I kind of want to edit this thing as soon as possible so I can get task 122 before the 12th. Who knows if that'll actually happen. Anyway, so, Fire Emblem Heroes alts I want. So, I think that's a short story, shorter. Hey, got characters in Fire Emblem Heroes. Here's some alts. You know, the bunny freaking outfits, right? If these characters, popular characters by the way, get alternates that change their weapon type, why not have other characters that, hey, it'd be a really cool idea to have alternates. Anyway, Fire Emblem Heroes alts I want, let's go. By the way, this is a top 11. Why top 11?
Because I like to go one step beyond.
Well, that, and it's because, well, this list has one of every weapon type. Well, not every weapon type. There's some I've omitted. But there are two of a certain weapon type that I kind of want for different reasons, but should still be on this list. So, top 11. Fire Emblem Heroes alts I want. Let's go. For number 11, for Lance, Sita. And yeah, it's supposed to be pronounced Sita. I don't know why it's spelled like Sita or whatever. Or Sata, whatever. Marth's waifu. So, why I want her as Lance? Like, thing is, in Fire Emblem Heroes, she's a sword unit. Which makes absolutely freaking no sense. Because Sita has a specific main weapon for her. And it's called the Wing Spear. Wing Spear! Not sword, spear! So why the heck is she a sword unit? There's my reason for she should be a Lance unit from the beginning, but she isn't. Now, for every single character's list, I have an idea of what kind of appearance would it be, since the majority of this list is a reclass option. So for the reclass option for Sita, well, any of her Lance options will do. I mean, granted, she's already a Pegasus Knight, so she could still be a Pegasus Knight or Falcon Knight for this. But why not add a Draco Knight or a Paladin for Sita? Because she could reclass to those, so why not? Of course, she can still be Pegasus Knight for all I care. Next. Tenth for Green Tome, Oboro Basara. Now, why Oboro? I don't know. Because I kind of want the Basara class in there, because there's no representation of Basara in the game. But since Basara itself is kind of a niche class, kind of an oddball class, I mean, it makes sense for it to not be represented, since no character in the game is naturally Basara. But Oboro's the only character in the game that can naturally reclass into Basara from her base class. So, yes, other characters can reclass into Basara, but only after reclassing into something that can reclass into Basara. But for Oboro, she can naturally promote into Basara. There you go. So that's why Oboro. Even though I'm not a big fan of Oboro, but hey. Also, why Green Tome and anything else? Arbitrary reasons. Because I kind of want something on Green Tome, because I don't know what else. So I guess Blue Tone and Red Tone are taken by the characters for other reasons. I mean, granted, I could put the character for number 7 for Green Tome, but I decided Oboro, because why not? Nine, Noe. If you wield an axe, enter the Griffin Rider class. What? I mean, yes, Noe is a dragon, and it makes sense for her to still be a Manakete. However, why not mix it up a bit? Why not have her in a freaking Griffin? Why not have her an axe wielder? It's really why not, because she can reclass into it. So, and we actually could reclass from Manakete into Griffin Rider, so Griffin Rider. I mean, yes, I could put her to the Wyvern Lord or the Wyvern Rider class, but Griffin Rider, we don't have that in game. So, I mean, yeah, granted, that does require the guys to, you know, make the sprites to do some like new sprite editing for the Griffin. Yes, however, if they're gonna do it for every character anyway, so why not? I mean, I don't think you just add bunny ears to Lucina, there you go, new character. I think there's a bit more to that. So why not have, Griffin Rider? Because I would put Frederick in there as a Griffin Rider, because I think the one character I would expect to be Griffin Rider, but Noe is popular, and Noe just screams, this is gonna be hilarious. This is hilarious. So there you go, Noe. Eight, the man himself, Odin, is if he's in his proper class. Okay? Odin is a freaking swordmaster through and through. He should stay that way. Why the heck is he a dark mage in Fates? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, granted, you could argue that, well, the swordmaster is a Hoshidan class and he's supposed to be a Norian, so it wouldn't make sense for him to naturally be a swordmaster. Okay, but why not make him a mercenary instead? I mean, since Laszlo and Selena, they're both also mercenaries. Yeah, granted their base class. Why not have him as a mercenary too, and then have him reclass into samurai swordmaster like he does normally? I don't freaking know. So number 8, Odin, swordmaster, because he's supposed to be there. That's his main class through and through. Screw the dark mage. Also doesn't help that, if I remember right, I could be totally wrong. I just going off of memory, that Odin Swordmaster is kind of unique design-wise, since is I think the only reclass option of a character that retains the color, the main color scheme of the character himself. Since, well, you know who Odin is as previously, so it makes sense for him to naturally become his main class Swordmaster as his main color, yellow. So he would have some sort of unique color scheme for his Swordmaster form. So, yes. For number 8, Odin Swordmaster, because it makes total sense. Seven, Elise. Oh, my cute little baby girl Elise. Baby sister Elise. What do I want her to be? So, she is a troubadour, and she naturally reclasses into the Valkyrie, so it makes sense for, or strategist, I'm sorry, but they're actually the same thing, just different names. The Valkyrie class, so it makes sense for her to be, magic user. Yes, magic user, blue tome, but not as a Valkyrie. Let's make this a little more interesting. Let's make her Malignite like Camilla. I mean, she can reclass into Malignite, therefore, why not? Plus, kind of like a nice little, proof of a relationship between, Elise and her sister Camilla, because Camilla's a Malignite and her sister can reclass into Malignite, so it would make natural sense. Also, because Camilla is the main Malignite out of the two, it would make sense to be more skilled in the magic than Elise is, so that's why I put her blue tome, so she'll be weak, specifically weak to her big sister's green tome. Green tome specifically for the freaking bunny, Camilla. I mean, look at this thing. I'm sorry, future me, but put that in. But yeah, that's just I mean, Lucina, why? But okay, enough of freaking Lucina Mage. Next. Oh, great! Speaking of Lucina Mage, hey, let's take Daddy Marth over here. Now, okay, so number 6 Crom, weapon, bow. Why bow? Because he can reclass into the Archer class. Why would he class to the Archer class? How can he reclass to the Archer class? I don't know, but it's in Awakening. It's part of his main reclass options. Why not bow? Because, I don't know, it just feels like a weird disconnect from, he's supposed to be a sword dude, right? Because his main lower class sword, he naturally becomes the Cavalier that uses swords. But, Sniper? What? I'm sorry, but that doesn't make any freaking sense. And that's why it's in this list. Doesn't make any sense, but hey, he got reclassed into the Archer class. So, make Daddy Marth with a freaking bow. I mean, if you can give Prom an axe, even though the only class in his repertoire that has an axe is the Great Knight, and the Great Knight is a an armored cavalry unit. For the purpose of heroes, is a cavalry unit. It's a cavalry unit, and so he does it while infantry unit. So why not make more sense for Daddy Marth to instead use a bow, because that's part of his natural skill set. Also, I still really want to see Chrom in a bow. Okay, I'm pretty sure this also wants him in a bow too, but equip this dude a bow and watch him fly arrows everywhere. Number 5, Johnny Bravo himself. Let's have Laszlo, right? And since he, like with Odin and with Selena, he can reclass into a hosting class. I forget what the hosting class was. I think it was Ninja. Yeah, Ninja. And I know it's Ninja because I wrote down the class itself. He can reclass into Ninja, and he gets to Assassin class. So he can reclass into Assassin. That's William Dagger, or Shuriken, because for some reason the icon is Shuriken, but the weapons are daggers. But he gets daggers because he can naturally reclass into it. But here's the catch. So we're going from here onward. We're going through. There's a catch. Well, not really, but there's a catch with him. The catch is that let's make him use dances. Why, you may ask? His freaking title is Dancing Duelist. How the heck does he not have dance? Okay, I know he's not a dancer in his games, but if Buddy Lucina told me anything, is screw logic when it comes to having ideas for alts, okay? And dance makes sense with the Dancing Duelist, therefore, the Dancing Duelist should have dance, even if he's a freaking murderer. Enough said, moving on, but I'm gonna say right now, number 4 is gonna be Redonkulous. Okay, so here comes what I think is the feature presentation of this freaking video. Now, if you're wondering why the heck is this feature presentation of the video if it is number 4, okay, so when I made the initial list for this, I said, okay, I put 3 criteria, okay? 3 criteria for this list. 1, if the user can naturally promote into the class to use the weapon option I want. That's, well, I think that's the second one. Number 2 was, can this person reclass into something that uses a different weapon? The first one was, can the unit's initial class, the class that this unit was already in, like for example Xander, because Xander or any other cavalier unit, can naturally use swords and spears, but it's really the game decides whether or not to give one or the other. Or the third criteria, why the heck not? Okay, and so for number 4 is the biggest of the 3. The number 3rd option, the why the heck not. So, without further stalling, here's our boy. Roy! Now, why Roy, and how Roy into what Roy? Okay, so, let's go to Buddy Lucina again. Seriously, Buddy Lucina takes me the heck off when it comes to alts. How is she a mage? And not only how is she a mage, how is she a good mage? Like, the freaking tier list says she's a pretty decently good mage. How can Lucina, who has little to no experience in magic, who has a very, very niche specification in order to be a mage, be better than the Dark Mage Odin? Granted, Dark Mage Odin isn't that good as a Dark Mage because he's better off as Samurai, because he's Odin. But why does Lucina have a good magic stat? I mean, the only characters that Chrom can marry to give Lucina magic is either through Sumiya, or was it Sumiya? No, it was Maribel that gives her mage. And I think someone else, I think Sumiya that can give her Darkflyer, which does magic, and I think Sumiya as well that can do Dark Mage, or I may be mistaken, but there was someone else that can give him Dark Mage. So, and since she's not using Dark Mage, she's using the sort of lightning thing, that would mean she's using like regular magic, which probably means that Chrom must be marrying a Maribel in order to... Jesus, what the heck was that? I know it said lightning, but Lucina, what the heck? Lucina, what the heck? Are you angry with me now? Jeez. Okay, the point is, give Roy a freaking Dragonstone. Okay? Okay. So here's what I mean by that. So Hollywood has multiple marriage options for Roy, even though it doesn't really affect the game that much because it's just kind of an implied thing, and Roy does use sword the entire game anyway. But I guess Hollywood's sort of main attraction, so let's say, is a character named Ninian, who is a dancer, who is also a dragon. So if I know like Ninian can attack, because she's like primarily and does nothing else but dancing, but she's part dragon, and in Fire Emblem Heroes, she does a dragon stone, so you can turn into a dragon. So, and if Fire Emblem, any other Fire Emblem game that I know of, is an indication that the children units of dragons are also dragons, even if they're half dragon. So if I don't remember Ninian's full dragon or half dragon. I think Ninian's half dragon. But if Ninian's half dragon, then why shouldn't a quarter dragon can use a dragon stone? So there's my reasoning. So in theory, Roy can be a dragon. So if he's given a dragon stone, he might transform into a dragon if he's allowed to. And this theory is the reason why I want Roy to be a dragon. Now, what kind of appearance I want Roy to be? I don't freaking know. Developers, television system, DNA, whatever. You guys think of something. You can make him more like Nils, or make him look more like himself, like normal Roy, or make it like Roy from Awakening. You just give him something. I don't care what he looks like. Jeez, Lucina. Good thing I haven't got you in Fire Emblem Heroes. Jeez. Okay, so 3 through 1 are characters, again, that are also not as popular, so to say, but some people might think they're popular, but can reclass into other classes they use as stuff. Now, for 3 and 2, these characters can reclass into things I didn't expect them to reclass into, so that's why they're on this list. So let's begin with Perry. Now, for some reason, ever since I played a bit more of Fire Emblem Fates, and even now in Heroes, Perry has kind of grown on me a bit. I don't know why, because yes, Perry's a freaking psychopath murderer, but I can kind of say why people would like Perry, because despite everything, she's quite cute. And in Fire Emblem Heroes, like, there isn't that much psychopath murderer in Perry. Like, she's more of she's kind of like more like jokingly be psychopath murderer. It's like, I wonder what color enemy blood is. I don't know, something like that. It's like less psychopath murderer Perry. Yes, it says Perry twice on purpose. But what do I want to essentially reclass it into to make her an alt? She can reclass the sorcerer, and I didn't know about it until I actually bothered to check when I was playing Fates for last time I played Fates. So, and since a lot of dark mages in Fire Emblem Heroes, not all of them, most of them are red tome. So let's give Perry red tome with the look of a sorcerer. Dude, I didn't know Perry can be a sorcerer. I just cannot piece together how a base cavalier can be a sorcerer. I just find that's kind of weird. But hey, Perry can be a sorcerer, and I kind of feel like that looks right. I mean, psychopath murderer? That looks like a sorcerer class. I'm just saying. So, yeah, Perry sorcerer, because I didn't know about it. I figured it out. I was surprised, and I kind of want to see that in action. Plus, I think Perry's super cute now. Not super cute, just really cute. And if given enough motivation, she can be sane again. It's just that the Fates has a terrible writing system. Number 2, Churche. Now we're going back to right now. Churche is a good unit. Like, from what I've seen, from what I've read, Churche is actually a good unit. With skill inherent, actually better than Camilla, because apparently, this from what I've read, I haven't really confirmed it myself, because my strongest character is Camilla, that Church has a higher base attack than Camilla does, and makes her a lot more powerful, and she has a lot of other better qualities than Camilla. But But of course, if you got Camilla, you don't need much else. Unless you have Hector. Hector's the best unit in the game. But if you have Charche is really good. Now, little did I knew, I mean, yeah, I knew Charche looks like a mage. He's the kind of person who would be this class. But when researching for this video, I didn't know Charche, both of Charche's reclasses are staff users. I didn't know that. I mean, yeah, she looks like she's a maid sorts, but I didn't expect her to actually go full maid. Because she could become a cleric and a troubadour. I didn't know that until research for this video. So therefore, Charche's staff, since yes, her base stats doesn't make sense with being a healer, but the fact that both her reclass options are healers, even though she herself is built to not be one, kind of surprises me quite a lot. Now, what appearance do I want? Because she can go either, of course, she can be the cleric, troubadour, or their reclasses, Valkyrie or war cleric. Now, I was thinking war cleric because both the cleric and the troubadour can reclass into war cleric. Yeah, that makes sense. However, don't diss the Valkyrie, because the Valkyrie might be the reason why she would be good. Since Valkyrie, Cavalry, and they're such things as horse emblem. And by horse emblem, there's a way to make a party of all horses really, really good. But her riding a horse makes her a lot more movement, which is a lot better. And maybe if you give her, I don't know, Physic, might be a freaking horse unit, but with like incredible healing range. I'm just saying that Church is a staff unit. I'm actually legit curious to see what would happen. So I assume Valkyrie or War Cleric. I don't particularly care either way because one makes more sense than the other, but the other is argue better option for gameplay. And of course, a top spot is completely biased. Okay, well, more like 75% biased, but... So, essentially my favorite Fire Emblem character, Selena, or Severa, or Severa, depending on how she decides to pronounce her name, because I don't really care anymore, because as a Spanish speaker, I'm more used to pronouncing Severa, but she apparently calls Severa, fine. Point is, Bow Knight. Now, why Bow Knight specifically? One, because bows, because why not? Because I kind of have another bow unit, because they're not bone units. And two, Bow Knight specifically because last time I checked, there's absolutely 0 Bow Knights in Fire Emblem Heroes. And gotta have someone in there. So I'm particularly I care a bit more of the Bow Knight than who's the Bow Knight. So if Niles ends up having the all-being Bow Knight, that's completely fine with me. He'll be top spot. It's just that I'm not a big fan of Niles for obvious reasons. But if, I don't know, someone give Takumi a Bow Knight, fine. Or if someone give Gordon Bow Knight, that's cool. I like the little dude. But someone Bow Knight, and since Selena can naturally promote into Bow Knight Severa. Done. Bias? Yes. But the concept is, well, not in the game, so let's add it to the game. Alright, that's it. Holy crap, 23 minutes. I thought this was going to be short. So, see you guys later for the main presentation of Tops 122. My favorite non-video game waifus. Yeah.